So hi and welcome everyone. This is Girls Just Want to Have Funs, and I love this little online event. It's kind of like our little girly chat shop where we get real about how we can create an extra income from a work from home, work from anywhere kind of business. So my name is Linda Evenden. I'm a National Marketing Director with the Juice Plus Company. So we're here to share a little bit with you conversation style today, because let's face it, there's a lot of nonsense out there. There's a lot of reasons that we need to be skeptical, and there's a lot of great things in the world when you find a business that you can align with your values and your vision. And I was definitely looking for something like that. So just a quick bit about my story. I was in corporate for many years. I was a business owner. I have 3 kids. And a great husband, and I definitely wanted to find a way that we could create income that really matched our vision and our mission, and that would free us from having to worry about finances. I've been there, done that. We had won big and we had lost big in the financial crisis, and so I got very scared and timid on what was really available for me, you know, in marrying a profession that I could really put my heart in, and also have a life, I love to call it the masterpiece life, the life where you get to really choose who you spend time with and to create amazing experiences with those that you love. So today I'm going to start off by kind of asking one of my great friends, Chani, the thing that I love about this business the most, other than it's global and work from anywhere and online, is aligning with people that you love to hang out with, people that you actually want to spend time with. That was very different to any job that I'd ever been in. And so I'm going to pin you, Chani, just here. I'm going to unmute you and then pin you. And then I'm going to ask you, can you hear me, honey? No, you're still muted. Yes. Can you unmute yourself?
Can everyone hear me okay?
Perfect. Yeah. And so just so I can brag on you a little bit, here's Chani. She was a nurse, and she was dreaming of the masterpiece life and working in that 9-to-5 grind, which really, let's face it, it's 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. mostly now, looking for a better way. Does it really exist? I mean, from where you've been and where you are now, and you've just come off traveling the world, literally when I say the globe. She's had the most amazing Instagram feed for the last 12 months, married the guy of her dreams, and was able to just literally pick up and travel the world and get paid to do it. Now, can ordinary people do this, Chani? Like, it seems like a dream life. What had to happen, and how did you really wrap your head around it and get started with something like this?
I know. Well, absolutely. You know, for me, I started this business 3.5 years ago. I was a registered nurse and I was broke. I had a maxed out credit card. I was looking for something that would enable me to create more in my life, but help me get ahead as well. And you know, at first I thought, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I have what it takes. But what I learned about this online business, this work from anywhere business, is that it's kind of like an apprenticeship. You get taught and you learn along the way, and you get paid as you're learning. It's not like a university degree where you've got to go and figure it all out and study for 3 years and then you get into the workforce. It's totally different. And what I love about it is that we have a system that we follow. It's like a blueprint. You get it handed to you on a silver platter. You get a mentor. Sometimes you get 2-3 mentors, people who are really vested in your success and want to help you with this. And that's what I loved about this when I started. And what I learned really quickly is that this isn't, a sales job, which is what my first instinct was, like, oh my gosh, am I going to have to do sales? Am I going to have to be that person online that's constantly posting about a product? Because let's face it, none of us want to be that person. What I really figured out quickly was that this is a word of mouth business. This is a business where you share authentically your experience, and we care about people. We're a company with a heart. We share what we genuinely think will help others. And it has nothing to do with having to be that person that you're not. And so what I loved about this is that this business, you get paid a direct reflection of how many people you help, how many people you share with, and how much you put into this. And we get paid 3 different ways, which is really cool. I know as a nurse for me, I only got paid one way. Any other nurses on the line today? I know for me, it was just a base, pay, whereas this business is 3 ways. We get paid a retail profit, we get paid commissions, and my favorite of all, we get paid bonuses. So I really loved that from the get-go. And for me at first, it was just about, I just need an extra $500. I just need to put some money on this credit card and get it down a little bit. And my 500 turned into, well, if I can do 500, what if I can do 1,000? And then what if I can do more? And so I started this business in stolen moments. I only had an hour a day to begin with. I was a nurse working 50 hours a week on call, shift work, weekends, to pick up those extra hours to create more income from my job. And so created this business around my stolen moments, in my spare pockets of time, on the commute to work, in between ad breaks on telly, and just in those moments where I could do it. And I very quickly found out that this casual hobby business that I created turned into a part-time business. I cut my hours down, and then it turned into a full-time business. And that's what I love about it. Anyone can do this. Mums, students, full-time workers, business owners, uni students, travelers. You can really do this anywhere around your stolen moments.
I love that. And my story was similar. It was kind of like, well, what if I could create 200 or 300 back then when we were broke? That extra $200-300 made all the difference for our family to say yes to more. So tell me this, what kind of company do you want to partner with? I mean, there's a lot of different products. It's pretty confusing. What did you love about the Juice Plus company? What did you need to know? I know you were pretty skeptical. I was too. I had a lot of questions. What stood out to you? What was important for you to know?
For me, it was really important. Community is really important for me. So I wanted to feel supported. I came from a female-dominated environment where really I had to, walk on eggshells. It was very catty. I didn't feel supported. I felt like, when I went for my promotion at work, I really was competing with all these other people, some of them my friends and co-workers, and that feeling was what I was trying to get away from. So what I loved about this was I loved the community. I loved the culture of the company. We have the #1 research nutraceutical in the world, but not only that, we have the largest population study in the world, where we support children's health, which I love. What I love more is that the longevity in this. The company's been around for 50 years. And that to me is exciting, because I want to be a part of something that I can create as a nest egg, as a retirement fund, as a legacy. When my hubby and I decide to have kids in the near future, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to be able to take my kids to school and watch their concerts and go to sports days and all that. And I know now I can. And it's because of this amazing company and what it stands for, and the mission behind it.
Yeah, I love that. And one of the things that, and maybe you could speak to this, one of the things that I had a fear around was the time. Like, how am I going to fit it in? Because I was a pretty frazzed mum with 3 kids under 3 at the time, and you were working full time. So you found those stolen moments. Mm-hmm. I know that you use the word time flexibility, because even though you've been traveling the world, you've still really been building like a global empire, because you were here for the life-changing money. Some people come for that little bit extra. Your vision grew. So you've been working really hard over the last year, as well as having that time flexibility. Can you maybe just give us a bit of vision around that? Because I don't think anyone looking for another business is afraid of work, right? It's about working smarter. What could you tell us about that?
Look, what I loved about this was that I didn't have to invest money into this business, because I didn't have it at the time. But what I did have was, I did have stolen moments. I had little pockets of time I had an insatiable hunger to succeed. I had determination. I had a willingness to learn, and I wanted to be a sponge, and I wanted to consistently learn and show up, and I wanted to put the work in to achieve my dreams. I really did. I wanted to show up, and I wanted to put 100% in. So yeah, absolutely. I love the word time flexibility, because although it looks like I've been gallivanting around the globe for the last 12 months, I definitely worked every day. But where else can you find a business where you can sleep 8 hours, work 8 hours, play 8 hours on your terms, on your watch? You decide when you wake up, what you do with your time, who you work with, where you work. It was amazing. So to come back to your question, yes, I put the work in, definitely. And I think anyone who has that entrepreneurial spirit, who wants to also put the work in, this is a perfect opportunity, because you just show up 100% every day consistently, and it just rewards you in so many ways. It's changed our life.
Amazing. And just to brag on you a little bit, you're now earning multiple six figures in 2-3 years. We call it the 4-year career, because it's anything that's over promising and under delivering. That's where we get skeptical, and we need to be, right? Your consistent work over 4 years that you would have been pouring into a job anyway has come back to use. It's compound effect, right? It's the residual effect. What happens when you pour into others and you're teaching them the system that begins to duplicate? Like even when you took time off, what can still happen in your business? Is that the ocean rolling in that I can see in the mirror door there? Are you like looking up, this is the outdoor office today? That's what I love about it too.
I'm on my balcony.
I can see the waves. Beautiful. It can work without you. That's the dream, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What does that look like when you're in Spain and you're doing your 2 or 3 hours? And I definitely, saw you work in those times. You've got a truly global business, right? Mm-hmm. So you're paid in how many countries at the moment?
At the moment, we're in 8 different countries.
8.
Yeah. And that's the thing about this. I was taught, and I was a sponge, and I decided to just learn everything I could. And then this is a teaching business. So I then taught one of my beautiful girls who's on the line today, Sophie. I taught Sophie really well. She learnt incredibly fast. She was also a sponge. And then Sophie went on and taught her friends and her team that joined her, and it's unstoppable. It's I like to call it like an avalanche. It's like it just duplicates and duplicates, and that's what I saw happen over the last year. Taking a step back, I have to admit, a part of me thought, can I step back and can I travel and can I do this work in little pockets of time and still have this business grow? And this just showed me that it can, because when you teach really well, it just duplicates.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Chani. I'm going to cross over now to one of my other gorgeous friends, Katrina. I've just unmuted you, and now I've just spotlighted you. So, Katrina, your story is a little different. You were a business owner, right? You had a dance studio. You were also a mum. And so what attracted you to look for extra income? How did it even come about? What can you tell us about, what you said yes to? Because you were skeptical too, like all of us. What stood out for you, honey?
I think for me, the business model, but honestly, I was so skeptical that I had my ignorant glasses on for way too long that I'd care to admit. I actually said no to this opportunity for over a year. Like you mentioned, I had my own dance studio. I'd been running that for 8 years beforehand. And even at that 8-year mark, we were still practically running in the red every month because the overheads were just excessive. And it was quite exhausting because every mentor that I would talk to would say, oh, your first 10 years in business, you practically pour everything into it. And I was okay with that. Because I was very passionate and a very hard worker, but my life circumstance changed dramatically, where I was all of a sudden thrown into single parenting, And I had to now raise 2 babies by myself. So I didn't have that flexible time to spend 10 to 12 hours a day in a dance studio. So I went back to my friend with my tail between my legs and said, can you please teach me about this online business? I need something flexible. I need something where, just like Chani said, I can go to their sports carnivals. I can turn up for them rather than turning up for other people all the time, because they no longer had a dad in the picture. So it was all put on my shoulders. And I've since spoken to so many other women who are going through the same thing, where we can't be in 50 places at once and we need to create an income. So the beauty and the flexibility of being able to create something part-time in stolen moments, you know, when the kids nap or when you have some downtime or after bedtime, really is quite a powerful thing. So absolutely, I think for all of us, we get to a stage where we're sick of doing the same stuff every day and not moving forward. And for me, that time came, and I was just so grateful that this landed in my lap, and I had such a supportive mentor that held my hand and really took me through those first hard steps as I built my belief.
I love that. And I love your story about, you know, when you first saw this, it was really the possibility that it's not all you, that all the responsibility isn't on you. And there was a part of a particular event that stood out to you about, is it one of those businesses? And we hear of that. You know, I certainly didn't understand that there were scams out there, or, you know, pyramid kind of businesses, which is basically a bit around the belief that there's someone at the top that makes all the money unethically, you know, it could disappear at any time, and that everyone working hard at entry-level positions don't really earn anything. What was it that stood out to you, and what's the real truth on our reward for effort in this business, in this model?
Oh, this is my favourite question, because it's one of my favourite things to talk about. Because I was so uneducated at the start of this. I was one of those people that thought, oh, well, you can't do that. You're just making money for some other person. And, you know, I went to an event and the business model was broken down to me, and I understand business. I've studied it. I've done it. I've tried, you know, good most of a decade to make it work. But what I found was that I was pouring out so much. Even though I was at the top of the pyramid of my dance studio, I was consistently pouring out, and my hard work, I was actually paying my staff more than me some weeks. And it was really quite exhausting. So I got to the stage where I'd done retail, I'd done my own business, and I understood that regardless of which way you go, someone's going to be on top of you. Somebody has worked harder, somebody knows more, somebody has built more skills. It's going to happen regardless of which way you go. But inside this industry, what I loved, just like Chani said, is that you come in as an apprentice. You start learning from the get-go. The moment that you sign up, which might I add, $150 plus GST, I spent over $12,000 trying to start my dance studio and then didn't earn that back. I earned back that $150 in my first 48 hours. And for me, that was instantly like a business model where I'm in the green in the first week. I've never seen anything like it. So it was absolutely amazing. But, you know, I realized that as I built skills and as the people above me poured into me, because it's a supportive network, they want to see you win, because it means overall the team wins. So they're holding my hands. They're helping me through the belief issues. They're helping me through the doubt. They're helping me understand more about the business model and the product so that I can feel comfortable, you know, going out there and sharing it. So to me, it was so much support, which was so different to what I was used to. Dancing and nursing, quite similar. There's a lot of female energy in there, and sometimes it can be really competitive and really catty. So it was actually nice to have people want to, you know, hold my hand and say, try this or do this. And I realized no wonder they're getting paid more than me, because they've got more skills. But for me, I've been doing it for 3 years now, and I have worked my way up those levels to the top. And I realized that that was never going to be possible for so many people that I employed in my dance studio. You know, I could have them for years and they would still be on the same wage. Whereas this is something that you can equally get the opportunity to start that growth chain.
Oh, I love that. And so tell me this, I know that you love community. Can we speak about that for a minute? Because I was craving something where I wanted to be a jump out of bed let's go, you know, get the day, and something that drew me towards it. I wanted to be mission driven. You know, in corporate, I was highly paid, but very unfulfilled, very stressed and not in alignment because it was competitive. I was craving collaboration and being part of a team. Tell me just really quickly to finish up there, why do you love the community? What do you see in the culture of what we have?
I think on the flip side of what I said before about, you know, women can be quite catty when they're put in areas of competition. When we're put in areas where we support each other, we create something really magical. And I think for me, that kind of community where I knew that there were so many countless queens behind me to help me, to support me, because I mean, we all go through life, we all have days where things aren't rosy, and to have somebody else straighten your crown on those days is absolutely amazing. So I think the community for me was nothing that I was after. You know, I came into this to support my family, to get that extra $200-300 a month. And I love the financial side of it now. Obviously, it has allowed me to live on residual income for the last 7 months while I've been so sick with my pregnancy, which is a blessing in itself. But the community behind that is worth just as much as what lands in my bank every month, because they're the people that have got me through so many tough times. They're the people that are always saying, you know, look on the bright side, what's to come, look at the future, what can we do, what can we achieve together? And that is, like I said, really powerful when you find that network of people. It takes your life next level.
I love that. Thank you. And so now, behind every great company and business, it has to be incredible products, not just good products. There's lots of good products out there. It's got to be a product that really stands out, that everyone needs and that is timeless. So I'm going to cross to Sophie now. I'm unmuting you, and I'm and I'm pinning you. There you are, gorgeous. Can you share with us, Soph, a little bit about? You are such. I kind of call you the green queen. You're vegan. You're like unicorns and rainbows and the ultimate collaborator. And for you, value is everything. Mission is everything. So the products really, really had to stand out and make a difference with people. So who better to take us just a quick overview of just the simplicity and convenience of our products. So
thank you, Linda. I love it. Green queen. Yeah, it made total sense to me because it is so simple. It's literally just giving our body more of what it needs. We all know that we need to eat more plants, which is exactly what these are. You know, we have the fruit, the veggie, and the berry blend that are literally just 33 varieties of fruits, veggies, and berries. And I know for me, you know, I was eating super healthy. I'm vegan. I eat lots of fruits and veggies, but I definitely wasn't getting the variety. I was kind of eating maybe the same 10 year in, year out. And I definitely wasn't getting the quality either. And you know, we don't eat the peels, we don't eat the skins, we don't eat the cores of all of this produce, which is where the optimal nutrition really is. So that's what I love about the products, is that they pick it at the peak of ripeness, they put it in a massive smoothie with everything. So it's all blended up and we get all the goodness from all parts of the produce, not just the yummy parts that we like to eat. Because 85% of chronic disease is actually impacted by our lifestyle and our diet. So a lot of people think, oh, you know, I've got bad genes, I'm going to get cardiovascular disease. But no, 85% you have control over. So we all deserve to be thriving in optimal health. And that's what I love about this. It really just ensures that our bodies are being flooded every day with optimal nutrition to help prevent that disease and that illness. And it's 100% bioavailable. So it's in your bloodstream within 5 minutes. There's a nutrition label, not a supplement label on the back. There's no sugar, no fiber. There's no need to break anything down or digest it. And what I really love, I used to work as a nurse as well. So it's backed by science. It's actually the most researched nutraceutical product in the world. I think there's 38 clinical studies at the moment that just goes to show what giving your body more of the goodness really does. So there's things like improved cardiovascular, changing our DNA, which is really, really cool. And just to put it into a little bit of perspective for you, there's literally nothing like this product out there. Multivitamins don't come close. They're in a complete different class. You know, good multivitamins that you might find in a store or online, usually when they have research done on them, the impact score is about 5 to 10. whereas Juice Plus has an impact score of over 100. So I think that's pretty cool. Another product that we have is an Omega blend. So it's a natural blend. It's all plant-based, and they actually contain omegas from 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. We leave the fish alone. The fish actually get their omegas from the algae. So that's where we get ours from. We leave the fishies alone. It's a lot more sustainable. We also have these smoothie packs, which are amazing. It's a plant-based protein, and that's what gives us our macronutrition. So with the capsules, that's all of our micronutrition. So the nutrients, the minerals, the vitamins, whereas these are giving our macronutrition. And I love them because it's got a beautiful plant-based protein blend. There's a digestive blend in there for people, improving our gut health. It's not chalky. I don't like protein powders at all, but this is the first one that I've actually enjoyed. It's not a meal replacement. We're not about that, but it's just allowing people to have that healthy upgrade. You know, I put it in my smoothie in the morning. You can use it as kind of like a whole food powder. I'll have it in oats, gluten-free, non-GMO, just lots of whole foods. There's things like broccoli and spirulina and pumpkin powder, mushroom powder, heaps of cool stuff. Really good for kids. Anyone can have all of these products, which I love, because there's lots of things out there and you think, oh my gosh, this looks amazing. And then it says not safe for breastfeeding mums. And you think, well, what's in there that, you can't take? So I love that anybody can have them. And the company, it's a company with a heart, which I really love, because they're actually conducting the world's largest nutritional study on children. So any adult can sponsor a child for free, and a child can actually take the capsules for free, and they're seeing improvements in behaviors and skin conditions and concentration, and their taste palettes are changing, which is really cool. So I know for me, it just made total sense because I was able to give my body what it wants and what it needs every single day. Everybody's bodies are clever. By you giving that extra nutrition, it will do with it what it needs to. For me, it really impacted my skin and my digestion. I was thinking that I was super healthy, but I was still having problematic skin. I was still bloated all the time. Literally within 2 days, my skin started to clear up, my digestion started to clear up, and I literally haven't really had a bad day since. Looking back, I thought I had good energy, but now it's like out of control. I'm out of bed at 5 a.m. As a nurse, I was always exposed to germs, and I literally haven't been sick since taking these for 2.5 years. So I will never stop taking them, and that's what I just love about them. It's just so simple. It's just giving our bodies more of what it needs, more of what it wants. But I think I'm going to pass it to Crystal now, who's going to share a little bit about her story as well on the products.
Hi, thank you very much. Well, I am kind of a little different. I'm a construction worker, so I was doing shutdown work, which involved 12-hour days, 6 days a week, all that kind of boyish stuff. But I was also a wife and a mother to 2 beautiful children too, and doing a postgraduate degree in university. So I was looking for something that was going to be able to help me to juggle all of these balls and responsibilities and actually enjoy it. I didn't want to feel guilty and horrible and run down anymore. And I wanted natural. So let's face it, we've all tried those different things out there that say they promise this, they do that. They don't work. So I thought, no, I'm going back to basics as I do with everything. And this is when I come across Juice Plus. Within the first couple of weeks, my goodness, the energy was electrifying. I loved it. I had the boys at work asking me what I was doing. Where are you getting all of this energy from? My mental clarity, my anxiety, my I wouldn't call it depression, but inner guilt and feelings, that changed. My vibration from eating these good, wholesome foods had just increased my internal and external vibrations. It was radiating out of me, and I couldn't hide it. And I loved it. I loved this new person that I was. It made me feel good inside and out. So also sleeping. Obviously, when you go to bed and you've got all of these 115 internet tabs open in your mind, you don't know what you're doing, how you're going to sort it all out. That's when I got all of my answers when I'm trying to sleep. Juice Plus sorted out my folders for me, put them into nice little categorized positions. I loved it. It just gave me the clarity that I was after, hands down. I'm not going to, BS with you. This was something that just truly transformed me. And I thought, if I can feel this good on something so simple, imagine what it could do for people out there that needed just that little bit of extra attention or that little bit of extra nutrition. How gorgeous and amazing would they feel mentally, physically, emotionally? I was in love with this product, and I will stand up and say, my name is Crystal and I am addicted to Juice Plus.
I love it. Thank you, gorgeous girls. Crystal, how have I never heard your product story until now? You've taken me, on a trip down memory lane here, because my story is so similar, and I know it just kind of turns the light back on for so many of us. And when our light is back on, we attract everything better. Relationships, business, our values, everything kind of raises up. So I'm going to wrap it up there. We're passionate. We love what we do. It works. And we get to meet people where they're at, whether it's an extra $200 a month. That's what I said yes to 12 years ago. And I just like Chani, I just put one foot in front of the other. And then the next month it was 300. The next month it was 500. And I followed my mentors and a system that works. We get to partner with a company that's nearly 50 years old. It's the same CEO and leadership team at the helm. It already exists in 33 countries around the world, and I don't have any of the headaches. I simply connect the customer with the product, and the company does all the magic in between, and I get to stay what I'm doing best, which is taking care of people, looking for people who are looking for those solutions of better health and vitality and extra income. So here's my question to you. What if this works? What if we are the ones that you get to partner with? You've got a culture and a community that's got your back. You've got one of the best training systems in the world. We've got 3 team mantras that mean the world to us. The first is you're a blessing in our team, whether you do a little or a lot. No pressure here, no big sales game here. Come on along. Its community is going to be the first gift for you. The second is you go at your own pace. We've got some people who want to create 6 figures as quickly as possible, and they do. We see them get to work, and it's incredible. And the majority are here for that extra income in part-time moments. That's the majority. The other and third is that you're acceptable as you are. You don't need to know anything. You don't need to know a whole bunch of people. It doesn't matter what age, what skill set, what your background is, what your current situation is. We've got so many examples of women being empowered, finding their mojo, and really creating something that they love, that we would do it even if we weren't paid. It's that rewarding. So here's the question. What if this thing works? What if we're the ones that you get to partner with? We know that you're going to have a lot of questions. Please get with the incredible angel who shared this with you. This could just be the thing to change your life, and we would so love to talk with you more and answer your personal questions. So thank you, beautiful speakers today, for joining us, and we'll see you on the same time, same day next month. Bye, everyone.